That's right. I just tried doing a TikTok dance. How was my form? Magnificent? I know. So here we are. TikTok. And you know what? TikTok has actually been blowing up over the past few months, so I think it's very fitting that we discuss it. And from here on out, let's call it by its original name that you may or may not have known it as. Musical.ly.
Wait. Go. Got one. Go.
So, Musical.ly. First of all, what was it? So initially it was released in 2014 as an education-based app known as Cicada or Cicada or Quesada. I don't know, let's just call it Cicada by Alex Zhu and Lu Yu Yang. You may not have heard of Cicada mainly because on the day that it was released, the creators themselves realized that the app was going to flop. It didn't attract teachers and it sure didn't attract any teenagers, and those were their main demographic. And with only about 8% of the money that they had received from investors left, they had to scramble to come up with an idea to save this app. And it was at that time that Zhu, while he was on a bus going home, he saw a group of teenagers listening to music and some were taking selfies and sharing them with their friends. By the way, I'm sure it wasn't as creepy in the moment as it sounds now, but yeah. It was at that time that he came up with the idea to combine music and videos and put them together in one social media network that would attract mainly the young teen demographic. And thus, in July 2014, Zhu's ideas came into fruition and was released as Musical.ly to the public, which saw greater downloads than the educational app predecessor at 500 downloads a day. As the app grew in popularity a little bit, videos from the app began to reach over on Instagram and Twitter, and to ensure that people knew where the videos were coming from, in 2015, Musical.ly added their logo to the videos so people would know where the videos were from. And from that one design tweak, well, along with a few minor others, it exploded.
Sleep at night when you wake up in the morning. How many times you rolled away, not so often.
You can call me what you wanna, I ain't giving you a.
You come up, don't forget about your dog. That law, on the street.
Hey.
No.
Okay.
New users began to flock to the app as musers. It received exponential growth by the time the summer of 2015 rolled around, and instead of having follows or followers, they had what was known as fans and best fans forever. And as a BFF of a muser, what that meant was that you can duet a Musical.ly video of a muser on their profile. Musical.ly was based in China but had massive success in the US market and consequently became the smash hit app of summer 2016. Now I have to admit, I too was on Musical.ly.
But now,
Baby, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Baby, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Being so bad got me feeling so good. Showing your worth like I know that I would.
No regrets. Musical.ly was a new social media network where musers could now become influencers and, in the eyes of some, stars. I remember popular musers like Lauren Gray, Kristen Hansher, Crows Bros, Baby Ariel, Lisa and Lena, and a lot of other celebrities back then being on the app. For an app that was centered mainly around people lip syncing to audios at a sped up pace, it received massive success with 80 million registered users and giving rise to many public figures that are out there now. They also had Lively, which was basically a separate app that would allow musers to go live, and yes, I had that too. I had like 5 people on my live at one point. Talk to me nice. Musical.ly was on a wave of success from 2016 to 2017, but little did musers know that their world, as they knew it, would soon come to an end. All this money based off of people just lip syncing and dancing. Give it to me. Bro, I'm doing good. What you talking about? Yeah, you see that money? Yeah, I'm gonna need that. But, yeah, I'm just gonna take over your company. But, yeah, this should be good. This should be good. So I'm gonna put my effects over there. My influence for people to create skits over there. I might dash my Vine vibes over there. Sprinkling a little controversies over here and there, and yeah, basically just give this whole place a makeover. Yeah, that's right. In 2018, a Chinese-owned company known as ByteDance, who had their own separate app known as TikTok, merged with Musical.ly and combined both apps, TikTok and Musical.ly, much to the surprise of users. The new icon, the new colors, the user interface changed, giving it a more edgy look with the new glitch effects. And essentially, some were for it and some just weren't having it. Some users would find that their videos that they're putting out now since the update have been getting less views, and they'd attribute it to the new merge/update. Some found the new interface more complicated due to the myriad of new features that it brought, and others just embraced the change and the new features and all that. The users who didn't embrace the change, however, simply just left the app, and they tell their followers to follow them over on Instagram or on YouTube. But at the same time, Musical.ly, I mean TikTok, was just gaining more and more downloads since the new merge. Now naturally, as time goes by, you have new users on the app. New stars rising, and they now being known as TikTokers rather than musers. Individuals such as Charli D'Amelio, who has amassed over 70 million followers on TikTok and is growing every day. Ryaz, Addison Rae, Michael Lee, Spencer X, This Ain't Jay, almost every celebrity on the planet basically, etc, etc. Many people label TikTok as the Vine's successor, and it's kinda clear why. No longer is the app primarily centered around lip syncing audios. Now when you open up TikTok, you'll see videos such as this. There are comedy videos, dance videos, music videos, a multitude of challenge videos, all along with the classic lip syncing. The people on TikTok are the ones who make it what it is today and give it the popularity and influence that it has today. Plus, the challenges are pretty good too. Like the Wipe It Down challenge, the Vogue challenge, Don't Leave Me challenge, the Renegade challenge, and the light skins versus dark skins, which is personally my favorite. So TikTok is a pretty successful app, but I do have to mention that it has had its fair share of controversies over the time. Controversies such as the Chinese government taking data from the users and it being a privacy breach or a security risk to the US. And there have been some rumors that it could potentially be banned in the US. Okay, so today, August 3rd, Trump actually announced that while TikTok is getting banned in the US, it could potentially stay in the US if it's acquired by a US company, and a deal is made for some of the profits to be placed in the US Treasury. Also, recently Microsoft has been in negotiations with ByteDance as it relates to acquiring TikTok for the US. So we'll see how this goes before September 15th. Hopefully nothing much changes before this video is released. Anyways, back to the controversies. The app got banned in India due to tensions between the Chinese and Indian border. There was a shadow banning of the Black Lives Matter movement in May-June 2020, which sparked uproar from the black community and its allies on the app. There was also banning of LGBTQ content at one point, and TikTok has also been accused of shadow banning videos of physically disabled persons or abnormally shaped individuals, etc. So there's that dark side of TikTok, and quite frankly, it's a pretty messy side. It hasn't really seen a decrease in its users, however, especially since the first quarter of 2020. Ever since quarantine started, it's received exponential growth, with many people flocking to the app when they're feeling bored, and many people just using the app more nowadays overall. TikTok is currently boasting over 800 million monthly active users as of June 2020, and so it doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. And yeah, that's been it. TikTok then versus now. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, don't be scared to give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate the thumbs up that I get. And if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe and all of that jazz. So yeah, Shamar Crossfield. Oh, before I forget, so to commemorate getting 100 subscribers, by the way, thank you guys for that, I'm going to be doing a 100 subscriber giveaway. So basically the prize will be $200 phone credit for any mobile provider, and that will be for 2 participants in the giveaway. So one participant will get $200 credit and another will get $200 credit. So in order to enter this giveaway, all you have to do is follow 3 simple steps. So 1, you have to like this video. 2, you have to make sure that you're subscribed. And 3, comment below something like I don't know, musical TikTok, and then yeah, you're entered into the giveaway. The winners will be announced in my next upload. That's simply it. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fun, and if you're looking to put on some data or whatever, this is the giveaway for you. So thank you guys for 100 subscribers again, and yeah, till next time.